Hey, what is up lads? Welcome to the new review. The newest tactical RPG from Lightbulb crew breathes new life to the genre with the visually stunning and robustly challenging Othercide. Othercide drives player in with its killer art direction, keeps them engaged with a robust combat system that breathes new life into the classical tactical RPG genre. Developed by indie studio Lightbulb crew, Othercide promised players a challenging gameplay experience with elements borrowed from roguelike games, all set in a gorgeous, post-apocalyptic, horror noir world. Othercide has players take control of the Mother, a powerful goddess-like being, and an army of daughters badass women who serve as unit on the battlefield in a brutal war against the Other. The Other seems to be a typical corrupt force bent on destroying the world as players know it, and they pretty much succeed too. Players are tasked with battling against the corruption in a world that is a broken and twisted mirror to a metropolis at the turn of the 20th of the century. The game is visually stunning, with a powerhouse of an art style illustrated solidly in monochrome, with accents of the vibrant red also provide players a high contrast and stylized world. Each level feels equally like a ruined city right out of The Last of Us 2, with derailed metro trains and broken pavement, and a surreal nightmare populated with innumerable and monolithic statues of the very enemies at beating players' throat. The commitment to this gorgeous art style is sure to captivate players and draw them into the moody world and challenging trials offered by Othercide. The enemies in Othercide are mostly humanoid that have been twisted and exaggerated in ways of the reminiscent of the enemy design in Remnant from the Ashes. Players who enjoy the combat in the Final Fantasy Tactics, Fire Emblem and XCOM series will feel right at home with the Othercide turn-based green structure, but will soon find themselves playing with a mastering the game unique initiative mechanics. The dynamic timeline system. Without a doubt the game's best innovation, this system does away with the team and individual based turns that serve as the backbone to the other 3 BGs, and instead challenges players to think more fluidly about turn order with moves that end their turn immediately but don't take effect until 25's initiative counts later, or by placing them units on standby to combo with or protect another unit during their turn. Othercide also borrows elements from the roguelike genre, where each run continues until players lose, sending them back to the beginning with resources and abilities persisting from the last run. There are 3 types of daughters available to players: the high damage, the low defense blade master, the heavily armored shield bearer, and the ranged damage dealer soul singer, as well as the secret fort class. When a daughter turn begins, they have 100 AP to spend on movement and most actions. Actions can be simply melee attacks that take effects immediately on large AoE damaging moves that charge up after your turn is over. Alternatively, players can sacrifice a bit of daughter's HP, obviously that's the point, to have them take more powerful reaction-based actions until the start of their next turn, like the Soul Singer, who can stop an enemy from attacking a player units while dealing a significant blow to the world be silent. If the daughter uses 50 or less AP, they take their next turn 50 initiative counts later, but if they spend more than 50 AP, they take their next turn 100 initiative counts late. This allows for high risk, high reward tactics and can be even combined with the reactions based abilities to have them be active longer. Despite in-depth combat and stunning visual direction, Othercide isn't perfect. Most of the issues come down to the combat UI, which, while sleek and modern, deprives players of features found in the most TRPGs. The camera controls, for instance, while smooth when using a controller, can be clunky when using a There is also no way to rotate the camera around obstacles that can obstruct a player vision of the battlefield, a feature in upcoming Baldur's Gate 3. There is also no minimap or top-down view to help players keep track of their daughters and their enemies more easily. The enemies also have these distinct behaviors that players can read about in their codex entry between missions, but there doesn't seem to be any way to view the same information during combat when it matters most. Regardless of its more technical flaws, Othercide promises a fresh and challenging TRPG experience for both new and the veteran players of the genre. With captivating visuals and a unique take on turn-based initiative, Lightbulb Crew has given players a game more than worth it. $13,499 is the price tag. Well, actually, I should say the Othercide is available now on Steam, PS4 and Xbox One, with the Switch release coming later this year. Also, don't forget to comment, subscribe, and peace!